friend, and welcome back. I know how hard it can be to get motivated to declutter your space. That's why this month I've teamed up with Dawn from The Minimal Mom and a whole bunch of other amazing YouTubers in this kind of minimalism, decluttering space, and we are bringing you Mega March Motivation is what it's called, and we are all here to give you tons of inspiration for decluttering and organizing your space in March. So today's challenge is actually going to be a whole house declutter. Now, I have been going through my house. This is kind of how I declutter. I go through as I am just kind of tidying and looking through my space, you know, cooking, whatever, looking for pots and pans. If I see something that I don't want in my house, I will just put it in a bag and get it totally set to go to the Goodwill drop off. So since I've already done all of this, I want to show you some stuff that I'm getting rid of this month that'll kind of hopefully give you some ideas. I also want to go through and declutter a drawer. So we're going to declutter a little bit. I'm going to go through some items with you, give you tons of motivation. Let's do it. All right, so speaking of going through my kitchen, I have had these very, very worn and scratched, rusted over pieces of cookware for a very long time, and I finally decided to replace them. So again, the bottom of this is scratched, and that's not so much a concern, but you can see right here where the inside of this pan has started to wear off, where I'm actually putting food. That's a little concerning to me. And then obviously rust is not ideal. So I am gonna go ahead and try and recycle these for this month. And I just feel so much better at getting these out of my kitchen. Here is just what I replaced the cookware with. I just picked these up for really, really inexpensive at Home Goods. That's a place that I really like to get my things, and I love to keep things really white in my kitchen. Any kind of serving dish, I like it white. It just is nice because it goes with everything. This is kind of a hard one because it's so cute. This is one of my boys' little lunch boxes, but they have actually been eating lunch at the school for free for the whole month of the whole year of 2020. So they haven't needed this, and they're not into Minecraft anymore. So I feel like when we start packing home lunches again, they'll want something else. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along to another kid. Oh, my husband was so sweet. He brought me home flowers in this vase, but to be honest, this vase is not something that I will use again. It doesn't go with my home decor. I have another vase that's clear that I love so much, so there's really no reason for me to keep it. This is kind of where it starts getting tricky sometimes with decluttering. If things have a sentimental attachment, like my husband bringing me flowers is the sweetest, but I enjoyed the flowers. I loved them, and I definitely received the sentiment. I don't need to hold on to this vase to remember that he loves me. You know what I mean? So I don't need this. Somebody else can use it. Oh, this toy has been so fun for my kids, but we're missing a peg, and my kids have for the most part outgrown this, so I'm gonna go ahead and donate it even though it's missing a piece, because I've noticed in some of the comments you guys said, you know, give it to the donation as spare parts. Somebody might see this and be missing a couple pegs themselves, and they can replace it, or maybe they only have a couple and they can use the base. So that's a good idea. Like if you're looking for spare parts, go to the Goodwill or even donate stuff like this because somebody might be missing pieces. I'm also getting rid of 2 of these Red Bulls. I just really don't have a use for them. The only thing I'm thinking with this one is it might be good to keep just to hand out candy at Halloween time. That is the only reason I might keep something like this just kind of in my miscellaneous seasonal bin. I'm gonna actually set this to the side. I have 3 of these bins. At the most, I will keep 1, but I'll go ahead and let you guys know in the description what I ended up doing, but I'm just gonna set this aside for now. All right, this entire bag is full of outgrown girl clothes. I have a place that I like to go and trade my kids' clothes in exchange. Oh, I've got some boy stuff in here too, but I can get, oh, here's a little doll that we aren't using right now. I can get money back, or I can do a trade at the store, like for store credit, but I mean, I've got tons and tons of clothes. I also have these little magnets. This is something that I call a mess maker. I should have known better than to buy it in the first place. What mess makers are just a bunch of pieces that scatter themselves throughout your house. I try to avoid these. It never ends well. They're always fun to play with for a second or two, but then I just noticed they're scattered. And it just ended up being way too much, a total pain to clean up. And we have other magnets that are just a few magnets, and she can set them up and play with them. So I'm gonna go ahead and let these go. I have a couple of home decor pieces. This is something from my 4th of July decor that I don't use. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this on to the Goodwill. It's darling, it has cute stars. Somebody is going to love that. And then I have a blanket that we were given when we moved into our new house, and we have other blankets and this one doesn't quite match our decor. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this on. It's in great shape. It's a beautiful, beautiful blanket, but again, it's just not something I need, so I'm not gonna keep it. I have this other blanket that was really cute for Christmas time, and my kids liked it, but we're just not using it right now. We have other blankets like this, and I don't want to keep picking it up off my floor. I'm done with it, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it go. Then I need to see if I can find a couple more pieces for this toy. This is one of those spirographs, and it's really fun. I might end up just having to recycle this because I don't have a single piece, it looks like, that goes with it. And then here are the other 2 bins that I have. I am gonna keep this, just one, for handing out candy. And if you can think of any other use for a bucket like this, let me know in a comment, because I would love to keep it with like multiple ideas. All right, so that is what I'm decluttering from my home. Now I want to get to a drawer in my kitchen that has been driving me crazy. I need to declutter it and do a little bit of organizing. So let's go ahead and head in there. So the area that I really want to declutter is this. This is my junk drawer. I also keep like my baking liners and tinfoil and stuff in here, but it has just been completely overrun. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go through it, see what I can pull out of here. First, I'm gonna decide what all I wanna keep in here, and then everything else can go. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep things like pencils and scissors and pens, things that we normally use like all the time. So let's go ahead and declutter. The junk drawer or utility drawer, whatever you call it, is one of my favorite little 10-minute tasks. It really is a quick project. What I like to do is start by throwing away trash. That is always where I begin, with the junk drawer. Then I just see what needs to be relocated. So I took some things out of here. I think there were some old batteries, and there was this measuring tape and some sanding paper that I needed to take out to the garage. So I'll just kind of go through this quick system, and it has really, really been the quickest little project, and it always makes a big difference to clean this out. I got this little white organizer on Amazon. I will actually go ahead and try and find a link for it, but organizers like this are perfect for utility drawers or junk drawers. You can also find things like this at Home Goods. I've seen them really cute even. You can get pink ones or clear ones, acrylic, whatever you want. But again, I'll link this one down below. So I have this little journal, as you can see, that I like to keep in the kitchen if I am doing a food diary, which has been really helpful for me just kind of getting back on a healthy eating pattern and a healthy eating plan, especially after the holidays. So I keep that in here. And here's just a quick look at what I have in my utility drawer. Some pencils, little mini screwdrivers, a few coins, and then I went ahead and took the baggies out of the box because the box was making it really hard to close the drawer. So anyway, that's what I kept in here, along with just some parchment paper and saran wrap. Okay, not counting what I got rid of from the junk drawer, things I relocated, things I threw away, I've gotten rid of 64 items. I really want to bump it up to 65. So I went down into my basement and I scrounged around, and I found this. This is a bread maker that is in beautiful condition. It's just not something that I need. Don't forget to check out the playlist. It's in my description box. You can get tons more motivation and encouragement for this week. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.